Hey guys, welcome back. It's Miss H. Today we're going to start step 2 of our warm still life painting. Today we're going to start with a wash, a paint wash. So everyone should already have their sketch of their still life, which we did last class. First off, I'm going to go over my sketch with pencil marks to darken the lines a bit more. So as you can see, I'm moving pretty quickly. My lines don't have to be super perfect right here. The whole point is we're just trying to make them darker, so when we put our acrylic wash over this drawing, our lines aren't going to fully disappear. And another thing to note right here is I'm going to go over again where I know my shadows are going to be on my table. So here I go over the sphere. Next I'm going to go over the rectangular prism. So now I'm ready to collect my painting materials. Feel free to pause this part of the video so that you can correctly collect all of your materials. For my wash, I chose an orange yellow. Please choose any of the warm colors that you'd like for this. So with my paint, I'm going to squeeze a little bit into my palette. I'm going to do an orange yellow today. Be careful with the paint. I accidentally squeezed way too much orange into my palette. Next, I'm going to mix some water, and I'm going to put the water in the middle of my palette. A wash is a really thin layer of paint. So I'm going to experiment with how much orange, how much yellow, how much water. And feel free to put it right onto your canvas. Don't be afraid to just put the paint right on there. See, I'm kind of experimenting back and forth. I needed a little bit more paint. It was too watery at first. And I made a big mess. Once you have the right consistency, you're just going to paint like a crazy person all over your canvas. Any which direction, you're just going to cover it. It can be as messy as you'd like. We're going to smooth it out here in a second. And see, my thick graphite lines are coming through that totally fine. Next, you're going to take a paper towel. I'm reusing the same paper towel from earlier, and I'm just going to wipe over it because I like to have sort of a smoother wash. This also sort of evens out the color throughout your canvas. Finally, I'm going to take my pencil back and I'm going to go over those lines again. See, my sphere sort of went away when I did my wash. And another thing I always do at this point, I take my ruler and I redefine where that horizon line is. Again, going over my shadow lines. And see, I'm working quickly. Can't really erase, but I can take paint and put it right back on top. And that's it. You guys did awesome. So this is going to be a perfect place for us to start actually painting tomorrow. But first, we have to clean up our palette and our paintbrush. So we're going to take our palette to probably the kitchen sink. I'm going to put the paintbrush in the sink first. I'm going to take paper towels and I'm going to dab the center of my palette that has the most water in it. But I'm going to save the paint because I can use that tomorrow. It won't dry out. See, I made quite the mess with the orange paint. When I am cleaning my paintbrush, you guys know this, we're going to paint the inside of our sink. Then I'm going to put soap in my hand and paint my hand until the water runs clear out of our paintbrush. We're going to be gentle with the bristles so they'll last much longer. And then I'm going to squeeze out the remaining water and flatten out my brush. Next, I'm going to grab a plastic bag, probably like an HEB bag, and I'm going to put my palette inside of it. It might get a little messy, but it's okay because we're going to try to save as much paint as we possibly can. I'm going to twist it so there's no more air. Awesome. And whatever surface you guys were working on, we're going to take soapy water and we're going to quickly try to remove the paint before it dries. And there we go. That is all for the wash step of this painting tutorial for our monochromatic warm still lifes. The reason again why we do a wash is so everything is now monochromatic. You know, we're not going to see any whites or blacks from this point on. Everything is already a warm color. Step 3, which we'll be doing tomorrow, we're going to begin to paint the darkest values of our shapes. So in this example, the darkest value is the pure orange, and the lightest values are the yellows, right, of our 3D shapes. But you guys did awesome today. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.